Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show this evening. Welcome to the Wendell Lamine James Show. Tonight's guest, we have a guest in the studio today. We're going to talk about production. We're going to talk about the film industry, directors, producers, and the things that they do. So tonight's guest, we're going to bring on a guest, and we're going to introduce him to the show. Good evening. How are you doing tonight?
Good evening, sir. My name is Giovanni.
Giovanni.
Yes.
Giovanni. And what do you do, Giovanni?
So I am a local Bay Area entrepreneur. I currently have a photo booth business
Okay.
that we bring to different events and whatnot, weddings, graduations, things like that. So it's a photo booth that I started with my family,
Okay.
and we bring it to different events. So that's one project that I'm working on, and the second project, I am also a portrait photographer, and I work with different actors and musicians and artists throughout the Bay Area.
Okay. Okay. Now, Stephanie Simpson, she introduced me to you over the phone.
Yes.
I met you over the phone, and she talks highly about you. So apparently,
I appreciate that.
Your work is something that she's familiar with.
I appreciate that.
Okay. Now, I'm understanding Stephanie is a producer director.
Yes.
Okay, she does films, and she's working on one now as we speak. Working on one now, and I believe it's the name of the show that she's doing now. It has something to do with the movie writers in Oakland. They're doing a movie that was, I guess, the officers years ago that got into some things, and they were convicted and found guilty, and now they're doing a movie called Writers.
Oh, good.
Okay, so I guess with the film that the work that you do and the work that they do as directors and producers, I guess that's going to some kind of way hook up, being that she's a friend of yours, she knows the work that you do and things. So I guess that's going to connect some kind of way. So,
Right. I actually met her through a mutual friend. So I went to film school. I went to the Academy of Art over here in San Francisco,
Okay.
actually.
okay,
And so a friend that a longtime friend that I met over there, her name is Katrina Mitchell. She currently has her own production company called TV Ananse.
okay,
They had a launch party on Sunday, and that was where Katrina Mitchell had debuted her short films that she's been working on. And Stephanie was there. Stephanie acted as a producer on some of these short films,
okay.
which is where I met her. I met her on one particular project of Katrina's, and that's how we got connected. So so she was telling me briefly about this project, the Writers Project. She was,
Right, yes.
and I think that's where our two talents are going to meet is somewhere in the middle of, because I actually went to I studied filmmaking and theater production over there, so that everything is kind of like correlated, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right.
Now Katrina Mitchell. You say Katrina Mitchell?
Yes, Katrina Mitchell.
She's a film producer.
She's a film producer and a director based here in the Bay Area also.
Okay.
That's where I met her at school.
Okay, and she does short films, I believe.
She does short films, yes.
Okay, and that's something that I want to try to get into, to bring into the studio, allow her to speak on the work that she does.
Okay.
Because we're trying to give airtime to small businesses to allow them to have airtime that they don't normally get.
Mhm.
And so this is why I have this show, the Wendell Lamine James Show, to bring on people like yourself, like Stephanie and like Katrina Mitchell, and allow them to be able to come on and talk about the work that they do in the Bay Area. The Bay Area, they don't get enough. You guys don't get enough time that people know the work that you do. You go to school, you get you work, and you get the education that's needed to be part of this this industry, but you don't get the back for what you do. So that's why I do the shows that I do.
And that I believe that, that's a big part of it anyways, is going to school is not only are you building the skills for it, but the network that you build, like, while you're in school. At least that's what I got out of it is, the skills that you can build, I didn't technically need to learn, or I could have learned it other places, but the network that I built within that school is people that I'm going to be in contact with for the rest of my life, I believe.
Right.
And so if it wasn't for, this is a good example, if it wasn't for building my relationship with Katrina, I would not have met Stephanie, and then
Right.
in turn, I would not have met you.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
so that
everything happens for a reason.
exactly. So
Yes.
that's I believe that, networking is a huge part of, if not half of like the technical skills that you have, is one half of the entire thing, and then networking, right, is the whole second half of it.
Exactly.
And then so bringing people together with the skills and the talents that is applicable for whatever project you're working on,
Exactly.
right? That's how a project would succeed.
Exactly.
It's the people that you know and the people who can bring the skills to the project effectively.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. We have a number here. This is a live show.
Right.
It's not being edited or anything. This is a live show. So
I like it.
What we're doing is what you get. So we have a number. I'm gonna put up. It's on screen. 415-861-6648. You can call in if you wish and give me some information or some feedback on what we're doing and how we're doing it, and allow people to be able to talk and give some information on the brother that's here in the studio today. So call in and give us some information or some feedback or some questions that you might want to ask. So I want to thank you for coming in today, because without you today, this wouldn't have been a show.
I appreciate you having me on.
Yes,
Most definitely.
Yes.
And hopefully I look forward to. This is the first time I've actually been in this place. I actually look forward to being in here more. That'd be cool too.
Yeah. Well, we have an interview on Tuesday.
Okay.
I don't know whether you was invited to the interview on Tuesday, but we have an interview on Tuesday, and we're having the full cast in on Tuesday.
Okay.
The writers.
Oh, cool.
All the directors, the producers, in the big studio. So we're going to have everybody in, and we want to talk about the industry itself, because, like I say, in the Bay Area, we got a lot of things happening in the Bay Area now. We just had the Black Panther movie at the Grand Theater in Oakland.
Right.
The brother came back home.
Exactly.
He made almost $100 million.
Right.
So he brought it back home.
Right.
And that's a start for the Bay Area.
Right.
And that's a big start for the Bay Area, because now they're looking at the Bay Area.
Exactly.
So if you're doing work in this industry, it's time to bring it out now.
Right. So hopefully, Ryan Coogler, right? He's from here, and hopefully, because right.
Well, people of color right now.
Right.
People of color. We have a door that's cracked. So now it's time to push it open and come on. You went to school for the work that you do. Now it's time to get paid for it.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
Right. So we're pushing the door open. I'm giving as much airtime that I can possibly give. I have a show every week. And I've had the crew from the Riders on this is my third or my fourth show for them. So I'm giving them as much airtime that I can possibly give to get it out, so people can understand and see, where this is going and what they're doing. We got people all around the world looking at our show. We got people in Australia, England, what's that? That's India. Well, all around the world.
All over the world.
Right. Looking at the show. So we're gonna see what it does and help where we can, and get in and give you all the information that you need, and hopefully it makes a difference in what's being done. I was expecting Stephanie and Katrina to show up today, running a little late because of the bridge time, but hopefully they'll be able to get in and come up and be part of the discussion today. But if not, well, we got a show.
Most definitely.
So where did you go to school now?
I went to the Academy of Art. It's here in San Francisco.
In San Francisco. Okay.
And that's where my career really started. I actually, backstory about me, so I started in doing acting.
Okay.
The Academy of Art has an acting program, and I started doing, I started the program there. Now, while I was in that program, which looking back at it now, benefited me a lot, is they made you take like screenwriting and producing classes and everything outside of acting also, so that you would have a full view of the filmmaking process as a whole, right? Instead of just acting. And because of that, I got interested in other things like writing and producing, and then which is eventually how my photography career started. Because a few maybe a year or two after I graduated, I had got a, you know, I'd been around all these filmmaking equipment. I was always curious about how they worked, like these, you know, these cameras and
Right,
sound equipment and all this stuff.
Yeah.
I had no idea how they worked, just doing acting in front of the camera, right?
Mhm.
And so, you know, I took it upon myself to learn all this the technical side of it, and which is how I got my first camera, and then learned from there, and then was able to build a photo booth business, and then build my portfolio as a photographer, and so everything stemmed from that, from the acting.
Okay.
And you know, I'm really grateful actually that the school made me take all these technical classes, because, and I feel like everyone, no matter if you're doing acting or producing and directing, like, and I feel like even producers or directors, they should at some point or another take an improv class or an acting class, so that they know what it feels like to be in front of the camera. You know, like, it's easy to direct somebody.
Right.
It's easy to direct somebody from behind the camera without knowing how they feel in front of the camera. When you know that feeling, and you know there's all these lights, and
Right.
it's hot, and
Right.
you know, like,
You know the feeling.
right, you know, you need to know the feeling so that you can effectively put yourself in their shoes and draw out the best performance from your actors as a director. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
So that's kind of my backstory about that. And I'm from here. I'm from the Bay Area. I was born and raised in Vallejo, actually.
Okay.
And so, apart from just a summer living in New York, I've been here my whole life.
Okay.
And so I would like to continue to, you know, I like to build a career here and build an established career here in the Bay Area, because I love it here. I've traveled a little bit, and there's really nothing like the Bay Area, to be honest. You know, nothing like the Bay Area.
It's nowhere like home.
Right, no place like home. Except, fortunately, this home
Yeah.
is the Bay Area, which honestly is one of the greatest places in the world. you
Sure
know?
it is.
So,
It definitely, I can vouch for that.
right.
I can vouch for that. Yeah, I was born and raised in San Francisco, native of San Francisco.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah,
Very cool.
yeah. So I'm one of the few that's still here.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people are moving out, but I'm one of the few that's still here.
Mhm.
But always come home. You know, always come home. So so the work that Stephanie does. Like I said, Stephanie's. I went to a screening last week
Okay.
at Tommy T's.
Oh, cool. Tommy
Yeah,
T's, great.
They did. They had a screening there, and Stephanie was in the movie that they screened there. It was an outstanding movie. It was outstanding. I really enjoyed it. That was my first time going to a screening,
Mhm.
and it was really something to see. The work that they're doing is outstanding, and they're going to go a long ways. They're going to go along with what I've seen.
Was that the writer's film, or was that different?
No, that wasn't
different
a
film?
writer's film. That was what was the name of that? That wasn't a writer's film. Matter of fact, they're supposed to bring a trailer on Tuesday.
Okay.
Right on the writers.
Mhm.
So we have. We're gonna probably an hour and a half when we have in the studio on Tuesday.
Okay.
So they have enough time to come in and show. They're supposed to have some short films being showed, and Katrina, matter of fact, supposed to have some short films being showed,
Mhm.
and the writers on Tuesday. So hopefully they'll be able to bring that in, and we'll put it on the show and allow that to be seen through the people's houses and homes and basements, wherever they're going to be with television.
It's gonna be here in this studio, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, we're not going to be in this one. It's going to be in a larger studio.
Larger studio, you're
Yeah,
right.
larger studio. So it'll be here at the at Bayback though. So we're going to have that on Tuesday, and that'll air the same day. I put that on YouTube the same day.
Okay.
So yeah, that'll be something else that's going to be shown around the world.
Nice.
Yeah. So we try to do what we can to assist in helping the small people, so to speak.
Right.
You know, we go to Hollywood, you got the big people.
Right.
But the small people are on their way.
Right.
You know? And I admire Stephanie and Blood Royal for the work that they're doing, because they're doing work, and they're doing work with their own money.
Mhm.
They're not asking anybody for help.
Mhm.
You know, Free Jack is doing work that's not allowing him to go somewhere else to get their money. They got their own cameras, their own crew, their own money.
Yeah.
You know, so I admire what they're doing. They're doing it in their own community, their own Bay Area, and they're not allowing somebody to come in and write the checks for them.
Right.
You know, so that makes a big difference.
And because of that, they have.
Big difference. Yeah, that makes a big difference in the work that they do. So yeah, so I admire that. And yes, and we got some more people in the audience here today, in the studio today. So So very good, very good. We're bringing them in one by one. They said if you build, they will come. So,
Exactly.
So we are building and they are coming. So yes.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yes. So we have another
Mr.
mic here.
Farrell.
Mr. Farrell, how you doing, sir?
Oh, everything's tremendous.
Okay. We got to get a mic. Can we? I don't know how we're going to do this. But that's okay, Jackie. We have to improvise. So this got to be done. Yes. Here's one.
I didn't know.
That's mine there.
Giovanni, nice to meet you.
Oh, thank you.
Mr. Farrell, how you doing?
Oh, everything's going swell. Happy to be here.
Yeah, we're glad to have you in the house. I think this is my second time meeting you in the
Yes.
last couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I met you at Tommy T's.
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to really chop it up.
Right. You did. You had an outstanding show that night. I was just telling the brother here that I came to a screening on that night. It was the first time I had been to Tommy T's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, first time been there. But it
Nice
was
little venue.
nice, very nice, very nice. And I was telling the brother that I see big things happening. We had a brother that came back to the Bay Area, the Black Panther movie. He showed it at the Grand Theater. He
Yeah.
made almost $100 million
Mm-hmm.
from the Bay Area, right? So
The
that
Bay Area definitely supported
Exactly.
the movie far and near.
exactly. So that was the little door that was open for the producers and the directors and the actors in the Bay Area.
Now, this is actually that brother's second time opening doors.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The first time when he
Fruitvale.
did Fruitvale,
Right.
Oh, really?
but the thing
Okay.
was the way he did Fruitvale, a lot of actors and stuff, black actors and stuff that are active right now, that was their first taste of a major budget, big budget movie and how to do it.
Mhm.
And there was a little bit of attention that was placed towards the Bay Area. They're like, okay, what else is happening? But we kind of collectively dropped the ball.
Okay.
He did his part.
Yeah. You said Fruitvale. Is that the Oscar Grant?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
The
He did that?
Fruitvale
Yes, he
Station
did.
movie. Yeah, it's called the Fruitvale when Michael B.
Oh,
Jordan
really?
was also the main character.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Ryan Coogler, that was his breakout movie,
Yeah.
directorial debut,
Okay.
like nationally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the door is cracked then.
Mm-hmm.
The door is cracked. Now I was
Just
just
the
telling.
last time we dropped the ball.
Right,
So
right.
we can't drop the ball
Can't drop
again.
the ball. Well, like I was just telling the brother, I'm gonna do everything that I can from my studio here to give you as much airtime as I can give you. Okay, and that's what we need to do. We need to help one another. We need to help each other. We don't do that enough. So the Wendell Elamine James Show, this is normally for formerly incarcerated that I bring people home from prison, but I like to help my folks out in doing what I can to assist them in
Right.
boosting themselves to the door that can be wide open for. And I see a lot in what you're doing because the night that I came to Tommy T's, you put on a show. You get up in front of the audience and you put on a show. I liked how you performed. It was like, so if I like what you're doing and they like what you're doing, you're gonna go a long ways.
Yes, indeed.
So you keep on doing what you're doing, and we can't say it enough that this studio here is a home for the producers, the writers, the actors that's trying to get in where they should be in. You put work in, it's time to get paid for it.
Exactly.
So that's what we're doing today on the Wendell Elamine James Show. We're giving you airtime. Like I was telling, we're gonna try to have Stephanie and Katrina
Katrina.
here on Tuesday. We got a show here.
Stephanie
on
actually
Tuesday.
carried me over here.
Okay, on Tuesday. Is she around?
Yeah, she went to park the car. She just dropped
yeah.
me off on the
Okay.
curb.
Okay.
Just on the
Okay.
curb.
So we're gonna try to get you back here on Tuesday. We're gonna have the larger studio, and I want to try to set it up so we can have
Katrina's been doing
everybody.
really good work.
Yes. I understand she has some short stories.
It's a short film.
Short
That was the event that was on Sunday. It was a premiere of all of her short films, which
Right,
she has
right.
3 current short films and a couple of others in production.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully she'll be able to bring some trailers for that, for the for the show.
I like what
For the
you
show.
really got. What you really
Hello.
got going
Hello.
here. And so apparently you and Nate Williams know each other pretty well.
Me and Nate did time together.
Right.
Yeah, in the clinic.
right.
We did time together. I
I've
know.
gone to some of the events that they've honored some of the work that he's done. Donnie Glover and
Right. Dan
has
Glover,
put
right.
put in a lot, and there's a couple organizations stations, and we went down to LA together. So we've been running together pretty tough, trying to make moves on behalf of some of the brothers behind the walls.
Right. Stephanie, if you can come over here, we want to get you on camera as well. We don't want you holding the wall. We want you on camera because without you, this wouldn't be tonight. And so we want to put you on camera as well because this is live, and we have we got a few minutes left for this half. It's 30 minutes. Hello, how are you?
Hi, Stephanie. Hi.
So,
No problem.
I talked to the gentleman here briefly tonight about what he does. Brother came in and we talked to him about what he does, outstanding. And now we got Stephanie on the show, and we wanna say something to Stephanie because we're gonna bring you back Tuesday.
Okay, yes.
Okay, we got the big studio, and we want to bring everybody back on Tuesday. Hopefully, we get some short film from Katrina,
Okay.
and you'll be able to come in and do what you do. You know, so we didn't do what we wanted to do tonight, but we did enough. You know, so
Great.
we got a few minutes left. You want to say something?
Yes, I just want to say thank you for the opportunity. I also have another artist that I would like to
Bring him
introduce.
over. Bring him over.
And I appreciate him coming in. So I'll let him introduce himself. You can sit here for a second, baby.
Speaking of the mic.
Yes.
How y'all doing today, man?
Okay,
I
good.
go by the name BUD, stand for Brought Up Different.
BUD.
Yeah,
Brought Up
BUD,
Different.
stand for Brought Up
I
Different.
like that.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm originally from South Carolina. Grew up in the church, so I've been involved with music my whole life.
Okay. Okay.
I'm a songwriter, singer, and hip hop artist. I've been putting it all together. I came here from Atlanta. I was doing music in Atlanta, working with some people, and then I came out here to the West Coast to see how I work it out.
Okay.
So
Okay.
far, things been going great.
Okay. So you part of this now.
Let's see.
Yeah, we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen. Like I said, we're gonna give you enough that you got a door that's halfway open right now. You know, right? The brother came back with the Black Panther movie and did it well, and the door is halfway open now. We want to push it open, okay? Because you put work in until I get paid for it. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna help everybody we can help. That's putting in work, and y'all put in work. I saw the brother perform other night at Tommy T's first time there. Outstanding work.
Thank you.
Outstanding work. The
Then we need to
sister,
get Sam Styles
outstanding.
on here too. Sam
Yes,
did the
yes.
he directed the George Jackson movie Black Sabbath.
Okay. So we gonna give as much time as we can. So I want to thank everybody for coming on the show tonight. Tuesday we'll be back in the studio. We got the big studio. We're gonna bring everybody in. We're gonna make it happen. So I thank you for coming on the show this evening.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, you guys keep on doing what you're doing. Don't stop, because the door's open. We're gonna push it all the way open, make it hit the wall. Pow!
Let's
Yes,
make it happen.
yes. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, watching the show tonight. We appreciate you. Tune in to the show on Tuesday evening. It'll be on YouTube. You can go on YouTube and watch it. If not, watch it Saturday night at 7 o'clock on channel 29. It's prime time. So watch the show. Give me some feedback. Let me know how you think about the show. Thank you and have a good evening.